Welcome to Friday. It's the 14th of May, 2021. This Day Weather Podcast is being brought to you by Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. New to the Chugwater Chili brand is its very own green chili seasoning blend, the perfect combination of spices, so you can make green chili at home. Easy, tasty, and quick. Sprinkle on your eggs or make a smothered green chili burrito. Well, folks, textbook mid-May weather is what's coming up. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible afternoons through evenings in many areas. In fact, I think most areas are going to have some form of shower and thunderstorm activity. It's just going to be different in terms of where the showers and storms will be more common. The best precipitation, guess what? It's going to be in the areas that are already wet. So again, we continue to see a pattern evolving here this spring to where the areas that are getting the spring moisture will continue to get it. No severe cold for the next week, so for you gardeners, we don't expect any hard freezing temperatures from today through next Friday. Warmest in the north. That's right. It's going to be warmer in northern Wyoming, Montana, and the western Dakotas this weekend and early next week than it will be in parts of Colorado and even parts of the southern plains. We'll give you a drought monitor update as the new drought monitor maps are in, and I think you'll find it interesting. And here we go. The drought monitor updated here this past 24 hours is showing that a hole has been punched in the drought. We've been seeing this trend since that March storm. The northern Front Range and the northeast plains of Colorado and southeastern Wyoming has been able to erase the very, very dry conditions. The white there showing that basically the precipitation has been enough to get us out of that drought status. We also have this little pocket along the Montana-Wyoming border. So there are two pockets to where a big bite has been taken out of the drought. But you can see that these white areas are engulfed by a lot of dryness still. And if we were to go in and look more closely, you can see it's a real patchwork. Here's that hole that's developed, and this really got started with that big March storm. So those northern counties of Colorado and southeastern Wyoming, things are looking really, really good. A considerable improvement over the last 3 months. But look at western South Dakota, look at North Dakota, look at the western slope of Colorado into south central and central areas of Wyoming, still in a very bad drought situation. Now this area here is still considered drier, and it is going to be drier, but there has been improvement in this area here, and there will be, this area here is going to have more good chances of rain. But we still have this real dry area in northeastern Wyoming, western Wyoming, still very dry, and of course that western slope of Colorado. So conditions are better than they've been, but even though we've got these islands of wet, it's still a sea of dryness in many areas. And if you were just to look at the measured precipitation over the last 30 days, you can see the blue and green there in northeast Colorado and southeastern Wyoming, and the patches of green across central and northern Wyoming into Montana, with a lot of brown and red elsewhere. Now that's the last 30 days, but where you really see the spring trend is looking at the last 90 days. The last 90 days of accumulation of rainfall and snowfall, as you can see, really favors areas along and east of the Continental Divide. So you can see why that drought monitor map has changed in those areas, but has continued to be a problem. You know, the northeastern plains of Wyoming into this area here, you know, in the western slope of Colorado, then of course back into the Great Basin, Idaho, the Pacific Northwest, and California, still really, really dry. So we've had some victories, but we've also had a lot of defeats this spring in terms of precipitation. And no surprise, if you were to track the temperatures since the beginning of May, look at all the blue and green. It has been a cold May for a lot of Canada and a lot of the United States. West of the Divide, it's been warmer, but east of the Divide, if you have noticed that certain things haven't bloomed yet or haven't come up yet, well, there's why. Also, this has kept the insects at bay. With these cooler temperatures, you need heat to get a lot of bugs hatched. But with the warmer temperatures coming, yeah, that means Miller moth season cannot be very far ahead. This is what's going to unfold here in the coming days. We have an upper level low. It's not a big one, but we do have this low in California. This is Saturday. And we have a southwest flow aloft that keeps that mild air coming in, but instability and moisture here will slowly, and I mean slowly, drift east. This is going to take 4 days to move through. So this is going to give us a really good chance for shower and thunderstorm activity. By Monday, the upper level low is right over the Four Corners area. Now, it's a weak low, not a lot of cold air with it. So it's going to be in the form of rain and thunderstorm activity as the main jet stream and the main air that's really cold is locked up in Canada and not coming in. So all of the lower 48 states going to be in a mild regime this weekend into early next week. And this is what the precipitation forecast looks like through Monday afternoon. And again, this looks familiar. The better rains are going to be in these areas here, and this is going to be in the form of showers and thunderstorms. So some areas will get these amounts, some areas will not. There's always gaps. There's always areas that don't get as much as the computer models show, but you can see the Front Range of Colorado and southeastern Wyoming, western Nebraska and Kansas are going to do the best, but we also have some green west of the Continental Divide. There is going to be some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. It's just not going to be terribly productive. Now, temperatures, this is what I wanted to show you, a little bit of an interesting situation developing. With that upper level low moving so slowly across the region, there's going to be a tendency for temperatures to be a little bit cooler in this area right here this weekend and into early next week. Look at these temperatures on Monday in Montana, northern Wyoming, and the Dakotas. We've got 80s up here later this weekend and into early next week, while it's mainly 60s down here. And in between, you're going to be in the 70s in this area here. So once this upper level low moves out, temperatures by late next week and next weekend in all areas will get a lot warmer. And I wanted to show you this. You got to take this with a grain of salt. This is May 30th. So right at the end of the month, some of the long-range modeling is predicting a large high to develop over the southern Rockies and the southern plains. And basically what you see right here, folks, is the beginning of a summer pattern. Will this develop? Big question marks. We'll watch it for you. But you know what? As you get right at the end of May into early June, you should see something like this. And some of the modeling is seeing that. So we can see summer. Not there yet, but we can start to see it on the maps. Don't forget to use the code ChugwaterDon at checkout to get 20% off Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. Have a great weekend, everybody.